So the 2020 Canadian Premier League season now complete, we now turn our attentions to the 2020 CPL Award Show coming up here. And with that, we got 4 big awards here. We got the Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, Keeper of the Year, and U21 Player of the Year. Who's going to win them? I'm going to tell you right here in this video, so stay tuned. Hey, it's Curtis here and you're watching my channel A.F.C. Curtis, your home for all things Canadian Premier League content right here on YouTube. So if you're new here, maybe consider hitting that red subscribe button. Before I get to my award picks here, I do want to just congratulate quickly Forge FC. Congratulations guys, you're back-to-back champions, the first ever double champ here in Canadian Premier League history. And you guys are 2/3 of the way becoming a dynasty already, and it's already coming into year 3 of the league. So congratulations guys, you guys deserve it. Coach Bobby did great, Becker and the whole guys over the team, they did great, the staff did great. You guys deserve to be champions. You guys are champions, so congratulations. Our first award here is Coach of the Year, and the 3 nominees here from the CPL are Forge FC coach there, Bobby Smirniotis, definitely deserves it. Atletico Ottawa coach Mista, definitely deserves it. I mean, he built a club, or was of course assisted, I'm sure, but was one of the big factors to help building this club in a short amount of time, deserves it. Bobby, by the way, the first nominee, was just won back-to-back championships with Forge FC, so yes, he deserves it. And then our third candidate here is Stephen Hart from the HFX Wanderers, which of course I'm gonna have to go with. And out of the 4 awards, they're all very hard to pick who I think should win them. But in this first one, this is probably the easiest one to pick here. And for this one, I have to go with Stephen Hart as the Coach of the Year this season. I mean, the guy took the Wanderers from last place last season all the way to 2nd place this season. Plus, they look like contenders for the title. They were 1 win away from winning the 2020 CPL Championship against a very good Forge FC team. So I mean, this team did great this season, and Stephen Hart should have tons and tons of credit go toward him for what he did from last season to this season, just building up this club over last winter, rebuilding this club over last winter to make him a contender for the title for not even this year, but I think even for next year and the year after that. So congratulations, Stephen Hart. I think you should for sure walk away with this award. The other 2 guys though are great too. I do want to also shout out to Mr. Pamadou Kav, Pacific FC. I think he definitely deserved to be nominated for this award at least. Either way though, I do think Stephen Hart deserves the nod on this one. Next award here is Goalkeeper of the Year, and we got Christian Oxner of HFX Wanderers, Callum Irving from Pacific FC, as well as Tristan Henry from Forge FC here. And this one was a tough one, guys. This was probably the 2nd toughest award I had to pick for in this case, and for me here, obviously I'm not the one that's going to end up picking the awards here, but for me, and it's going to be kind of controversial, I think a lot of people picked a different guy for this one than what I'm going to pick here, but I'm going to go with Tristan Henry on this one for Goalkeeper of the Year, and here is why. Okay, Callum Irving for me was 3rd. I think he finishes 3rd in this race. I think Zabaldo from Atletico Ottawa definitely does deserve to be in the conversation as well. I mean, the guy got just the kitchen sink thrown at him this season in terms of shots, and he saved quite a lot of them. He was definitely one of the top players for Atletico Ottawa this year, so he deserves to be in that conversation. But yeah, Callum Irving did great this year when he came in and played the last half of the year of this tournament for PFC, deserves to be in the conversation as well. Christian Oxner, he did good too. He did really great in the 7 matches he played this season and started in. But at the end of the day, I looked at all the games that everybody played, including the finals, and again, just Tristan Henry is just such an underappreciated goalkeeper and player in this league. The guy led this league in this season in clean sheets there with 5. I think the next closest, if I'm not mistaken, had 3 or 2. And then on top of that, he was also 2nd in saves this season. So I mean, how can you not give this guy? Plus, he always shows up for the big games and gets some wins in the big games. Did it last year in the CPL Championship Finals, beat Cavs. Did it again this year against HFX Wanderers, as well as getting them there through these 1st and then 2nd stages before winning even in the finals. So I mean, for me, it was a tight race. Oxner made it very tough on me to not pick him. But at the end of the day, after the finals, I just had to give the nod to Henry. Our next award here is the U21 Player of the Year, and there's 3 very good candidates as well in this one. We got HFX Wanderers, Chris Nasa, Valor FC defender Julian Dunn, as well well as winger there from Cavalry FC as well, defender Mr. Mo Farsi there. And for me, I'm going to just go right off the bat and tell you here, Mo Farsi is the guy I picked as the U21 Player of the Year. Again, this guy just looks like a difference maker when he was on the pitch this year for Cavs. The fact that he was passed over by at least half the league before Cavs picked him up this past offseason just blows my mind. I mean, the guy just, every time he was on the ball, he looked so fluid on it. He looked like a difference maker. Every time he was on the ball, I was on the edge of my seat. I'm sure a lot of other people at home could say the same thing when they watched him. So, I mean, this guy was a difference maker. He looks like a star already. He's so young, under 21 player. He's got so much potential ahead of him, a big career, I think, ahead of him. If not in the CPL, then definitely I think abroad. So for me, the U21 Player of the Year has to be Mo Farsi. Our final award here goes to the Player of the Year award, the MVP award, and for here we got a King Garcia from HFX Wanderers, a Kyle Becker from Forge FC, as well as Marco Bustos from Pacific FC here as our three candidates for this award. For me, third place goes to King Garcia. He did great, Golden Boot winner, congratulations on that. But I just think that Bustos and Becker are better than him in this season at least. For me, it was a tight one between Becker and Bustos. They're both huge difference makers for their club, and like I said, it was such a toss-up. Picking this award, who deserves to win it? Bustos, of course, second in goals, first in assists, but Becker, man, I mean, yeah, he wasn't up there in goals or assists this year, but he just did the little things right. I mean, this guy is a clear leader, a clear serial winner, I should say, because this guy won last year at Forge FC. He won this year at Forge FC. If he stays at Forge next year, I think there's a very good likely shot that they'll win again next year. I mean, this guy just knows how to win at this level, and I think he definitely was a fantastic player and a driving force for Forge to win the title this year. But for me, at the end of the day, it's going to have to be Marco Bustos. Marco Bustos that wins the Player of the Year award. Like I said, second in goals, first in assists. When he was shut off, when the opposing team shut him down, I just felt Pacific FC didn't have it. You look at Forge FC, if you take Becker out of the equation, I still think they could still win, as opposed to PFC. They really needed Marco Bustos for that offense to get wins. So, you know, no disrespect to Becker. I think Becker was a fantastic player this year. Like I said, he's got the full toolbox. I think he's a better overall player than Bustos. But I just think Bustos right now was that Player of the Year for me right here in 2020. All right, that was my awards picks for the 2020 CPL awards. Let me know your picks down in the comment section below. And other than that, guys, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. That like button shows me like content just like this. As well, if you haven't seen my content before and you want to see more of my CPL content, definitely hit that red subscribe button and bell notification button. And of course, guys, you can also watch my content over at northernstarting11.com. Lots of other great talent over there too. A lot of great podcasts, vidcasts, all over there, covering the Canadians game right there. northernstarting11.com. I'll have a link for that website down in the description below. And guys, other than that, we'll see you next week.